starting a new chapter of our lives, and we're gonna share it with you guys.
Yep, we're having all of our embryos defrosted, and when that happens, there's a risk that they don't all make it. So we have 4 remaining. So hopefully they all defrost, whatever that means. However they do that.
We had 5 total. Obviously, we used 1 to get Knox. 4 have been frozen for over a year, and like Nick said, there's a risk with thawing them and sending them off to get tested, but this is our doctor's advice, our best shot. Statistically speaking, we might not have any viable embryos that were frozen because of the low number we got. So we're gonna find out.
Yep, so they're going off to be tested, and
they're traveling before
where are they going?
We meet them. They're going to Memphis, Tennessee, I think.
Yeah. I still think it's so cool to think that, like, Knox, and if he does have a brother or sister, they would have been like the same exact age, or they're like, in a way, they are the same age. It's weird to think about.
If you start following people on Instagram that have gone through IVF like we have, and have had frozen embryos and multiple transfers, the kids literally look identical. They look just like twins, which is crazy to think about. So I'm kind of excited for that part. Honestly, if this is all successful and works, I'm excited to see Knox's little twin. It's a very weird thing to think about unless like you're in it. But.
So if everything goes to plan, we'd have another kid in
October of next year.
Yeah, basically. Maybe on my
September,
birthday.
October, yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because what we're gonna do is get them all tested, and then
that takes. So our doctor thaws them, then they get shipped to the lab, and then the lab tests them, and I think, what did they say? It takes like 3 weeks to get the results back. So, and it takes 10 days for our doctor to kind of get the process going, get them thawed with all the paperwork. We just had to sign a bunch of forms electronically and give them our wonderful payment info.
Yeah.
The first payment of many.
What was the breakdown of the payment?
The lab that our doctor uses is $290 per embryo plus a $200 service fee.
Which seems like bullshit.
Yeah, because I'm like, isn't that what? No, it's called a logistics fee. That's what I mean, same thing. But I feel like that should be included in the $290. But whatever, maybe they'll be extra careful with our children now, since they have all this money.
It's called PGS testing, though, right?
Yeah,
we didn't do it last time with Knox, and Knox ended up fine, but this time.
Well, and when they're not thawed and they're first retrieved, it's a lot easier for like your lab doctor at your practice to see things. They can give it like a very basic grade, I guess you can say. So we just went with that because we had already spent so much money. But now they've been frozen. We can't see as much detail, and like we've said, they can be compromised once they're frozen. So it's actually, even though we have to pay this chunk of change, it could be cheaper for us to do this instead of having a transfer fail.
Yeah.
And having to go through another transfer and another one. So hopefully we get at least one viable one, and hopefully, I mean, I'm hoping at least 2 make it through thawing so we can have a viable one, hopefully. But now we're just waiting. Are you excited?
Yeah. I was listening to Knox's baby playlist this morning.
I listen to that all the time now.
Made me kind of excited.
It makes me emotional. Nick's been the one that's really wanted another kid, and I'm the one that's been like really back and forth, and now I'm like on board because my only reasons for not wanting one were really selfish, mainly just me wanting alone time with Knox and Nick all the time. But Knox deserves a sibling. I think it'll be great, and I do, like, babies don't keep, it's so true, and I miss having that little bundling nugget to cuddle, and I think it'll be really great for Knox. Watching him interact with other kids, like the little girl I used to nanny and his friends at school, is just really cool. That's the only way I know how to word it. It's just so cool to watch him interact with other kids, and I think it's just great for him to grow up with that. And I love my sister to death. I love having Nick's sister around. I don't know, life's better with siblings for most people, I think.
And just the guy's perspective, the way I see it is, I think we're pretty intelligent and rational humans, so I think to procreate is good from a very logical standpoint, the Jordan Peterson and that kind of standpoint.
Yeah, so we're gonna take you on the journey like we said. We'll let you know when we get our embryos back, or the doctor's literally gonna keep us posted as they thaw and then as they get shipped, yada yada. So we'll let you know how many thaw and make it, and then we'll just keep you posted. So our goal is, if we have any viable, to do the transfer in January.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want to. He has a meet coming up in December. My challenge ends in December. I really want to lose 15 pounds before we get pregnant again.
And we're gonna have a meeting with the doctor to see what the total cost is, so we can save like most of it up front.
Yeah, we are gonna try to pay all cash, obviously.
It just makes it a lot less stressful.
Yeah, because when we get our, which I guess technically we could use HSA for the transfer too.
Yeah, but the HSA runs out fast.
It does. Anyways, this is obviously just our plan to go forward with it in January. We don't know yet, since we are getting genetic testing this time, we don't know if we want to know the gender or not. It was really cool not finding out with Knox, but I feel like it's going to be really hard not to find out getting genetic testing. So I'm excited, I'm nervous. I had a little meltdown the other night by myself about Knox not getting all the attention, but you know, I don't think that's necessarily great for kids. But if none of them are viable and he is an only child, that'll be perfect too, because he's really awesome.
Then maybe then we'll decide to adopt in like 5 years.
Yeah, I would be totally open to fostering and adopting them if
Okay.
they don't work out.
We don't need to make this any longer than it has to be. Other than that, life, nothing else been going on. Really?
Thank you for watching and joining us on this new chapter of our lives.
Subscribe right now, please.
And please. No, more
Growth has
important
been
than like
insane.
subscribing is liking.
Liking.
We need traffic.
I mean,
Okay?
we've been grinding for 5 years, have
Okay.
120 subs.
We haven't been grinding because we've been we were really slack when Knox was born, but we're into it now.
Yeah.
I've been pretty consistent lately, and I think it's going to continue on. We're looking at new cameras, so we're excited.
All right.
So subscribe. Bye.
Bye.